Yes, very good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible to you, right? Uh, yeah, is my screen visible and my voice is audible or not? Yeah. Okay, guys, without any delay, we'll start our session today. Okay, today we are going to discuss with one of the topic from reasoning as well as one topic from quants. Okay, so first we'll go with coding and decoding. So as you all know that we can expect minimum questions from coding and decoding. It's not like only one question. So minimum 2 questions to 3 questions we can expect from coding and decoding. Basically in coding and decoding, we will be having 2 to 3 different types of questions. Okay, one is based on like they will give you the words based. Okay, let's take an example. If apple is coded as, they will give you one code. They will ask you to find what will be the code for mango. So for that, like, you just need to understand and you just need to know the place values of alphabets. So obviously, like, everybody knows alphabets, so from A to Z. Okay, it's not uh, actually the series of alphabets. You just need to remember the place values of alphabets to save time in exam. Okay, and the second pattern of questions, actually we have different pattern of questions from coding and decoding. One is based on words. Okay, as I said, example. So if apple is coded as so and so word, what will be the code for mango? They will give you these type of questions in exam. And next one, based on analogies. Okay, so based on analogies, I will just tell you what actually that analogies, and we have few questions as well from analogies. Okay, even this also comes under coding and decoding. And third one, very important, you can expect minimum questions from number series. Number series, like the questions from number series, again they might ask two types of questions. Okay, finding next number in the series. Finding next numbers in the series, let's say they will give you some certain numbers. Okay, and they will ask you to find what will be the next number in that particular series. So based on the logic which is going to follow, okay, in that particular series, okay, based on that logic, what comes in the next number. Okay, and in the number series, one more question is, they will give you all the numbers. Let me give you a small example. Okay, let's say 1, 4, 9, 25, 35. What will be the wrong term in the series? Okay, so obviously by looking at these numbers, we will get to know all the numbers which I have written on the board are squares, right? So 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, sorry, I missed the number, 4 square, 16, 5 square and 6 square. So if you observe all the numbers I have written on the board are perfect squares, right? Except 35. So this type of questions, we call it as finding odd one out. Okay, they will give you all the numbers in the particular set, and they will ask you to find what will be the wrong term in that particular series. Means all the numbers will follow a similar pattern except one number. So you need to identify which number is that. That number will deviate the pattern. So we call it as wrong term in the series, or sometimes they will give you the word find odd one out in the series. Okay, so these are very important. So we have all these categories in the concept of coding and decoding. We'll discuss all the categories which I discussed just now. So we'll go with the first one. Okay, before that, as I said, okay, we just need to know the place values of alphabets. Means how you should remember is, so if you write in the exam, like on the paper, like A to Z, and if you give all the alphabets like A B C D E F, if you start giving numbers, so it will consume a lot of time. Okay, people will do like A B C D E F, so they will write 1 2 3 4 5, so all these up to Z. Okay, so instead of writing all those numbers, it's better if you have clear idea of place values of alphabets. Let's say if I ask you what's the place value of K, you should say it is 11. What's the place value of Q? It is 17. What's the place value of W? It is 23. So if you can able to say the place values of alphabets in a fastest way, so you can easily get that particular logic. Because and one more reason, like, why we should remember the place values, because when you see the word, okay, our mind will not tune fast to that particular logic, because our mind is very comfortable with the numbers comparatively alphabets, right? So if you know the place values, you that logic you will get in the exam, okay, in a fastest way. So very simple. Let's take one small example. Okay, let's go with the first question. first category. Let's say if result is coded as, they have given one word, okay, SFTVMU, and what is the code for exam they are asking. So very simple. While solving these type of questions, first you should write the word result. Okay, what is the code for the result? SFTVMU. Okay, as this is the basic question, if you observe, instead of going with the alphabets, if you go with the place values of it, okay, you will understand the logic fastly. So let's say the place value of R is 18, E is 5, S is 19, U is 21, L is 12, T is 20. Okay, next S is 19, 6, 20, 22, 13, 21. Okay, if you know the place values of all the alphabets, okay, instead of giving seeing that words, if you see the numbers, you will easily understand the pattern. 18, 19, 5, 6, 19, 20, 21, 22. So what will be the logic is, for the original word, if you want to get that coded word, what is the pattern is, you need to add +1 to all the alphabets. So the pattern here is adding +1. So in the same case, they are asking us to find what will be the code for exam. So actually exam, again, no need to waste our time in exam writing all the place values. So already if you know the place value of E is 5. So if you add +1, it will be F. X, what's the place value of X? 24. If you add, it is 25. 25 is Y. Next, A +1, B. Next, M is 13. 13 +1, 14. 14 means N. Means very simple. The letter which is coming as a coded word will be the next letter to the original word. So actually the answer is FYBN. And one more thing guys, here if we are discussing about this particular pattern or this particular logic, it's not mandatory that they will give you the same type of question with the same logic. Okay, so it all depends on the way how we are thinking in the exam. It's not mandatory they should give +1, +2, +1, +1. Sometimes they may give you the successive numbers. Okay, +1, +2, +3 pattern. Sometimes they may give you successive prime numbers pattern. So +1, +2, +3, +5, +7, +11, so on, so on. So based on maybe even number pattern or odd number or prime number, so you should check with all the categories. Sometimes they may give you the reverse pattern. First number can match with the last number of the coded word. So it's not mandatory that they should give you these type of questions in the exam. You should think it in a different way. So that will come by practice, practicing as many questions as possible. So this is very basic questions from a question from coding and decoding. Let's go with the next one. Okay, so if you observe this here, the word is matching with the number. Okay, let's say here if 1 0 2 2 8 3 5 4 represents vaccine, VACCINE. Okay, so they have given one word and they have given a code and they are asking us to find this number will gives you which word, A4820548. So if you see the word and the numbers, most probably, okay, our mind will not give you proper logics. Okay, because we are first we should understand the place values of the alphabets. Okay, if you replace the letters with place values of those alphabets, it is very easy for us to get that logic at least. So let's say what's the place value of V? It is 22, 1, 3, 3. Here I, right? So it is 9, N is 14, E is 5. Okay, now at least if you observe this, you may get the logic of that. Okay, so here 22, here they have given 1, here 1, 0, 3, 2, again 3, it is 2, it is, if it is 9, it is 8. Mostly by observing these numbers, you might have get that logic. So here A -1 is 0, means 1 minus 1 is 0, 3 becomes 2, so 3 minus 1 is 2. Next again here we have 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 9 minus 1 is 8. Here what about 2-digit number? When it comes to the point of 2-digit number, what will be the pattern? If you observe, if you have 2-digit number, first thing you should observe, either it may be the logic might be the sum of the numbers. If the sum of the numbers is not going to work, we should go with some other logic. Let's say 22, 2 plus 2, 4. 4 is becoming 1. If you observe this, okay, 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 is becoming 3. So there is no common pattern for these 2-digit numbers. So there might be some other logic. You should check with next one. So either individual numbers. So if you observe, what will be the last number of V? I mean, V place value is 22. Last number is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Means if it is a 2-digit number, they are taking the number which is in the units place. Units place minus 1. So here 2 minus 1 is 1. If you observe here, n value is 14. But what is the units place of 14? So it is 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 5 minus 1 is 4 again. So here overall pattern is, for the word which we have, you just need to write the place values of those words and you need to do minus 1 to get those particular code, that number. Okay. If you get the 2-digit number, you just need to consider only the units place number if you have 2-digit number. The similar case, okay, here already we got to know that it is a word. Okay, so here we need to get the word for that particular number. See, already we have 4 here. So which number minus 1 will gives you 4? Obviously it is 5. So from this particular logic, I will get to know that. So the letter which I have should be 5, means it should be E. So if you observe, all options are starting with E. Next, okay, you just need to eliminate that options. It is very simple way. So 8 means obviously, okay, either it should be I, right? Because 8 means it should be 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 means I. It should be I. There is nowhere in the option which is having I. Correct? Now, is there any possibility to get 8? If it is not 9, 9 minus 1 is 8. If it is not that combination, so it should be 19, right? Because when it is a 2-digit number, we are considering units place. What is place value of which alphabet is 19? So S is the letter which we have the place value of 19. Means I can say that option B is wrong, option A is also wrong. Now we have E, S. Next, third letter. You can cross verify it. If I consider C here, C means 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. It is getting matched. Okay. Now if you consider T is 20. So 0 we have in the units place. 0 minus 1 is you are getting minus 1. So option D is wrong. No need to check with all the numbers. From here itself we will get to know the place value of C is already 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. The code is getting matched for all the alphabets. So I can say that option C is correct. So here overall logic is, for the given word, you just need to subtract minus 1. If you have a 2-digit number, you need to subtract minus 1 from the number which is in the units place. Only units place you should consider. Okay. So this is what the final logic for this question. So answer is option C. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah. If noble is coded as SSENF, let me write it here. Noble is coded as SSENF. Okay, so let's write the place values of these alphabets. N means 14, 15, 2, 12, 5. So 19, 19, 5, 14, 6. Now just observe the numbers. Okay, instead of, as I said, instead of going with alphabets, it's better to observe the numbers so that you will get that logic fast. Okay, so 14 becoming 19. So 15, 19, 2, 5. Means I can say that 14 plus 5 is 19. 15 plus 4 is 19. 2 plus 3 is 5. 12 plus 2 is 14. 5 plus 1 is 16. Now if you observe the numbers, it is coming from 5 to the decreasing order. So plus 5, plus 4, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1 is the logic. Okay, now let's consider what is the word they are asking for. So they are asking for the code for serum, right? The code for serum. Now first you should know the place values of the alphabets in the word serum. So 19, 5, 18, 21, 13, right? So the same pattern, you just need to follow the same pattern. So 19 plus 5. What is 19 plus 5? So 24. What's the place value of 24? It is X. Okay. Next 5. 5 plus 4. What is 5 plus 4? 9. 9 means I. Next 18. 18 plus 3. So 18 plus 3 is 21. So 21 means U. Next 21 plus 2. 21 plus 2 is 23. 23 is W. Next, 13. 13 plus 1 is 14. 14 means N. So our answer is XIUWN. Is there option XIUWN? Yes, it is in option A. I hope you all are clear with this. Yes, I can see answers in the chat box as well. Very good. Okay, as I said, you can easily expect 2 to 3 or 4 questions from the topic of coding and decoding, including number series. Either you may get this type of questions, or finding next number in the series, or finding wrong term in the series. You may get different pattern of questions. Entirely we call it as this topic as coding and decoding. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I hope you all are clear with this question. Yeah, let's move on to the same pattern of question again. Can you guess the pattern and can you post which answer is correct? I'll give you 1 minute time. In a certain coding pattern, okay, let me write the words here. Ton is coded as SMOJ. Then which word will be coded as BMUKL? First, if you observe, okay, 20, 15, 18, 14, 19, 13, 15, 10. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Ahlad posted logic also. -1, -2, -3. Yeah, exactly. So here -1, -2, -3. The logic here is 20 minus 1, 15 minus 2, 18 minus 3, 14 minus 4. The logic here is -1, -2, -3 and -4. Some students might be thinking, if you apply the same pattern, same logic, okay, you might not get that answer, because here if you observe the question, here there is a small confusion in the question. So here they are asking us to find the original word. They are already given the coded word. What basically students will do is they will write BMUKL and they will ask you to find, they will just apply the logic -1, -2, -3, -4. But here they are asking us, then which word will be coded as? Already coded word is given, BMUKL, means here the coded word is BMUKL. They are asking you to find the original word, means from original word, if you are coming to the coded word, what's the logic you are applying? -1, -2, -3, -4. But when you are going reverse from coded to original word, so you have to go with +1, +2, +3, +4, right? So B +1 is C, M 13, 13 plus 2 is O 15, U plus 3 is X, K plus 4 means 15 means O, L plus 5 is 17 means Q. So the correct answer is COXOQ. Here even these type of questions might be given in the exam, so to confuse the students sometimes. So remember, so they might just read the question carefully first. Okay, they might give, okay, the original word or coded word. Okay, either of that, they will ask you to find the remaining. If they will give the original word, they will ask you to find the coded word. Sometimes they will give the coded word and they will ask you to find the original word. Okay, so be careful while reading the question. Okay, I hope you all are clear with this. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, as I said, finding wrong term in the series based on alphabets. Okay, based on alphabets. What will be the wrong term in the given set of clusters? Okay, so here X, P, B, T, N, E, Q, L, F, O, J, K, N, H, N. So out of all these, which one will be the wrong term, wrong set of pattern? Okay, so the same here, even to find this one also, you just need to have minimum knowledge on place values. So if you have place values, you know what advantage you will get is, if you remember the place values, you will save a lot of time. So let's say while solving this question, if I have the place values in my mind, so I can directly write. So let's say x means 24, p means 16, b means 2. Okay, this is one set. Next 20, 14, 5. Okay, next q, l, f, right? 17, 12, 6. Next 15, 10, 11. Next 14, 8, 14. So out of all the series, like, is there any particular pattern? So how to take that odd one out? How to find that wrong term in the given series? Let's say if you observe the pattern, okay, 24 minus 4, here all the first letters, if you observe, 20 minus 3, 17 minus 2, 15 minus 1. We have observed a particular pattern for all the first letters in the given set of clusters, right? So here 24 minus 4 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1. There is no deviation in the first letters of all the clusters. Right? Now next, let's move on to the next one. If you observe 16 plus 2, sorry, 16 minus 2, 16 minus 2, 14 minus 2, all the middle numbers following the same pattern. So minus 2 is the logic, right? Now first number we don't even find like any particular deviation. Even for the middle letter also we didn't find any deviations. Now let's go with the third letter. If you observe, I'm just drawing out dotted line. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, next 5 here plus 1 itself. So here it is deviating, plus 3 and plus 1. No, actually it should be plus 3. If you want 5 plus 3 instead of 6 here, if it is 8, if I add plus 3, 8. Now next 8 plus 3 will be 11. 11 plus 3 will be 14. So actually all the logics are, I mean, last number pattern is plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So here if you add 5 plus 3, actually it should be 8, but here they have given a wrong number. So actually we find it out, the third set 17, 12, 6 is actually the wrong set, okay, in the given entire set. So answer will be Q, L and F. Remaining all are following one particular pattern. Either it may be the same number or consecutive pattern or consecutive increment or decrement pattern, whatever it is, but it is deviating the pattern. You should think it in that way, and you should check all the possibilities. Okay, I hope you all are clear with this particular question. Yeah, exactly. Q, L, F. Now let's move on to the next one. Let's see how many of you can able to find this. I will give you 1 minute time. Try this. Post your answers. If possible, post that logic as well. Logic as well as answer in the chat box. Let's see how many of you post. Let me read out the chat box. Yeah, here I can see plus 2. Yeah, PMY, option D. Yes. Could you please post that logic as well? Let me check the logic, whether you are getting, whether you are on the right track or not. It's exactly PMY. Very good. Yes, I hope you got that logic, almost a similar logic to the previous one. Okay, I hope whatever answers you got is exactly correct. I hope you understood that logic as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's see. Can you try this? We'll see how many of you can able to do that. Here four, each cluster is having 4 letters. Okay, so let me write it. Meanwhile, even you can also try and post your answers. Okay, I'll write the place values here. Okay, 9, 23, 12, 26. Next 14, 19, 15, 21. Next 19, 15, 20, 17. Next 24, 11, 1, 13. Next 3, 7, 10, 9. Okay, now you just need to pick up one particular cluster which is in the wrong pattern. Yes, if you observe this first pattern, so your 9 plus 5, 14 plus 5, 19 plus 5, 24 plus 5. So here if you observe, here 24 plus 5. What is 24 plus 5? Actually it should be 24 plus 5 is 29. We have alphabets only 26. Okay, means 29 means how they will consider is after 26 means after the alphabet of Z. Okay, 26, 27 will be considered as again from the first means A, 28 is B, 29 is C. That's the reason we got here 3. Don't consider that here 24 plus 5 is 29. 29 we don't have any alphabet for 29 place value. Okay, so here 29 will be considered as a again series from the first after 26. So this is in the correct track. So I'm erasing this because if I draw all the lines you may get confused. So we make sure that first letter we don't have any particular deviation. So there is no combination we can find which is wrong term by using first set. So that's the reason I am eliminating. So here, which one? Third one. Q is 17. This is 24. Okay. Okay, from the first letter we are not able to find anything. Okay, let's say second letter. Is there any particular pattern for second letter? This is 23 minus 4. Here also minus 4. Same. Minus 4. Minus 4. Again, based on the second letter, there is no particular deviation for the second letter. So first and second letter are clear. Now third letter. Let's consider the third letter. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 4 is 20. 20 here. Yeah, 20 plus 5. Is that correct? Is that following the pattern? Let me make it clear. Okay, so here what are the numbers? 19, 15, 20 and 17, 24, 11, 1, 3. Okay, let me check the third one. 12, when it becomes 15 it is 3. 15 plus 5, here it is plus. Okay, here we have identified plus 3. It is not like 15 plus. Okay, 5 is 10 means they are following that odd pattern. Plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7 means obviously 20 plus 7, 27. 27 means after 26 we will be having 27th letter is A, right? A means 1. That's the reason we got it 1. Next plus after which one will be the odd number? So I think so plus 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. Yes, obviously we got it as 10. Means even third numbers also having proper pattern of odd numbers. Plus 3, plus 5, plus 7, plus 9. Now the final check for fourth letter. So fourth letter. Let's say here if you observe I'm just writing it fourth letter separately so that you will have more clear idea. 21, 17, all the fourth letters in the each set. Last numbers of the each set. 26, 21, 17, 13, 9. So if you observe the difference here, what's the difference? 5, minus 5. What's the difference? Minus 4. What's the difference? Minus 4. What's the difference? Minus 4. Now hope you might have observed. So all the patterns are following minus 4 except this one. Actually, instead of 26, what it should be? It should be 25. If I would have the 25, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. All numbers got set. So here last three numbers are following the same, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, except the first set. We have here 26. Instead of 26, if I would have 25, then everything got set. So actually the error is in the first cluster, in the I mean the exact letter is Z. Instead of Z, if I would have Y, so it should be correct pattern. So I can say that where is that error is option B, means in the first cluster we will be having an error. So everything, if you observe remaining all the numbers, okay, so everything are following the same pattern except in the first one. Yes, exactly. I can see options posted I, W, L, Z, exactly. Option B is correct. I hope you all are clear with these type of questions. Let's move on to the next one based on analogies. So I hope you might have clear of finding this wrong term in the series. Even these type of questions can be asked in the exam. Now let's go with the analogies. So what actually analogies is, let's explain you the analogies part. So very clear. So here they mention that EHKN is to FGLM. Okay. Next CFIL is to question mark. Now when you see this symbol, analogy symbol, so the first set, whatever it is, the first set will follow some characteristics. Okay, the same logic should follow the second set as well. Okay, so based on the first set here, based on this word, we are getting this word, the same logic should be followed to this word to get the next word. That is what the meaning of analogies. Let's say if you want to get that particular logic, as usual, as I said, so place values is must. So 5, 8, 11, 14, 6, 7, 12, 13. Did you observe any pattern here? First letter plus 1. This is minus 1, right? Yeah. Plus 1, minus 1. Next, plus 1, minus 1. Exactly. So here if you observe, plus 1, minus 1. Next third letter again, plus 1, minus 1. The logic here is plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. So the same if you follow, C plus 1 will be D. F minus 1 is E, right? Next I plus 1 means J. L minus 1 is K. So L is 12, minus 1 is 11. 11 means K. So here the word which we are looking for is D, E, J, K. The logic here is option A, D, E, G, K. So the logic is plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. That logic you should understand. If you write the place values, it is easy for you to get that particular logic in the exam. That's the reason I said, so place values, remembering place values is important. I hope you all are clear with this. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, can you solve these and post your answers in the chat box? Let me see. Same analogy part, you just need to write the place values, identify the pattern and post your answers in the chat box. I'll give you 1 minute time. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting so many answers in the chat box. Very good, nice. Option D, you people are posting. WKPA. Very good. WKPA. Exactly. Option D is correct. As you all posted in the chat box, option D is correct. And I hope still students are solving on solving for the logic. Yeah, exactly. Almost many students posted it as option D. Exactly, guys. Option D is correct. Yeah. Okay, I hope even, okay, I'm just showing you the pattern of questions that you may get it from the topic of coding and decoding in TCS NQT exam. So first thing, based on the word to word or based on the word to number, and next one finding wrong term in the series, even those type of questions can be given, and next one based on analogies, and the final most important number series, I mean what comes in the next number in the series. So that part is most interesting here. Let's solve this question. Okay, so for each and every question I will give you some time, means 30 seconds to 1 minute time. If you got that logic as soon as possible, so you just post your answers in the chat box, so that even you will understand like how fast you are getting that logic by observing the numbers. Yeah, exactly. Very good, Hemant and Vikram, even you posted the logic for the previous question. Very good. Okay, try to guess answer for this question with the logic. Yeah, exactly. Actually, it's not Vishal posted alternate odd number. Yeah, exactly. Those are primes between one prime is missing. Exactly, Deepthi. So here we call it as simply, okay, instead of telling that prime numbers in between one prime number is missing, we can also say that it is an alternate prime number logic. So here first we have 2. 2 is first prime number. What comes after 2? Which prime number? 3, right? Here 3 is missing. We have next prime number is 5. After 5, 7 is missing. 11 is the next prime number. Okay. After 11, 13. 13 is missing. 17 is the prime number. Means hope you might have understand the logic. It is an alternate prime number. So here we have a number 31 actually. So what should come after 31? Which is the next prime number after 31 we have? So can I say that? So 37 is the prime number which comes after 31. So can I say 37 is correct? No, because the logic here is alternate prime number. So after 31, 37 should be missed, and what comes after 37 is 41. So correct answer is 41 because the pattern here is alternate prime number logic. Okay, alternate prime number logic. Some people might be doing like plus addition, and very simple. So it is not mandatory. So immediately some people might not get this particular logic. Some people might be doing addition, adding this in a sequence way, or subtracting and all. So maybe sometimes you may get the pattern with the logic of addition or subtraction or multiplication or square, or sometimes they may give you the mixed logic of addition with multiplication and all. You should check with all the possibilities until you will get answer. So if you see multiple patterns, so immediately while solving questions, and students might be thinking, sir, how we will get to know, okay, immediately in that particular 1 minute, which logic to be applied for this particular type of question? I mean, these type of doubts may be running in so many students' mind. So my point is very simple. If you get the same type of doubt, like, sir, how we will get in that particular 1 minute, so this logic to be applied for this particular question, very simple. Try as many questions as possible from the number series, so that your mind will register these many logics. Let's assume that, okay, some people might be seeing this type of questions for the first time. Now in case, okay, if you will get this type of question, like you will get to know, okay, we have solved a question in the class where we have alternate prime number logic. So your brain, that logic is registered already in your mind, so that if you solve as many questions as possible with the different logics, so your mind will think about those logics first. Okay, so it is very simple. So if you practice as many questions as possible, okay, so from the concept of number series, you will get that perfect. Okay. Yeah. Next. Okay, we'll go with the next one. Okay, can you guess the logic for that? Here 7, 6, 11, 13, 15, 20, 19, 27, 23. So here if you observe the pattern, okay, sometimes the numbers in the series may be given on alternate patterns. Exactly. Okay, if you observe 7 plus 4 plus 4 alternate numbers, the logic is going to work with plus 4 and plus 4. Now what about this pattern here? Plus 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 plus 7 is 20. 20 plus 7 is 27. And 27 plus 7 will be 34, which is there in the question mark place. So answer is 34. Very simple logic. Okay. I hope I am not so sure how many of you got this logic. So this is what the final one. Okay. Now I will give you 1 minute time. Could you please find that answer and the logic for this particular question? Five, 11, 28, 53, and it is going the numbers in an increasing order in a very fast. If you observe, like what might be the logic we can take here? So 5 into 2 plus 1, right? Next 11, 11 into 2, 22 plus 6. No, this logic is not going to work. Okay, now what will be the difference here? Let's say here the difference we can say is 6. Here the difference is, okay, 17. Here the difference, so it is not going to work because it is not even going with the multiples of 6 and all pattern. So again this is not going to work. Now addition is not going to work, subtraction is not going to work, and the mixing of multiplication and addition is also not going to work here. Okay, now what might be the logic? Okay, and what will be your answer? Can you guess? Some might be thinking here, I didn't even get a single answer for that. Yes, of course, thinking about the logic, yes, of course, at the starting stage it will be difficult because here addition is not going to work. Okay, subtraction, multiplication, mixed logic. So we should go with something beyond that. Okay. If addition, subtraction, multiplication or division is not going to work, okay, my suggestion is go with the mixed pattern of multiplication with addition or multiplication with subtraction, or there is one more logic we are going to miss here, squares. Okay, squares with addition or subtraction we can go with. Let's say an example. Okay, for this question here 5, 11, 28, 53, we are expecting the next value. Now if you observe, what can be here answer is 2 square plus 1. Okay, 2 square plus 1. Next here 3 square plus 2. Did you get the pattern here? 2 square plus 1, 3 square plus 2. Next 5 square plus 3. You might be thinking, sir, 2, 3, after you should take 4 square, right? But here if I'll take 4 square, 4 square is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19, it is not 28. So might be the logic here, squares with addition but only with prime numbers. So prime number square, 2 square, 3 square, 5 square. What is the next prime number? 7 square. And also adding consecutively from 1, 2, 3. If it is 7 square plus 4. So what is 7 square? 49. 49 plus 4 is 53. Okay, this is very, very important question and the exact question asked in the previous TCS exam. So you should think about different types of logics. Okay, so here 2 square, prime number square plus 1. Next prime number square plus 2. Next prime number square plus 3. Next prime number square plus 4. What comes after 7? Which prime number? Yes, of course it is 11. So 11 square plus 5. So 11 square is 121. 121 plus 5 is 126. Okay, so answer is 126. I hope you all got the logic. I hope you understood this. Yeah, exactly. Very good. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we'll see. At least like you got to know there will be a pattern of the questions from squares pattern. So based on the logic of squares, so let's see how many of you identify the pattern for this question. I'll give you some time. Yes, if you write the pattern, it will be good. Yes, Ahlad posted n square minus 1. Very good. Yes, exactly. Very good. So here the number series we have is 0, 3, 8, 15, 24, 35. So all the numbers is exactly one number less than the perfect squares. If you observe, what are perfect squares? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. Okay, these are the perfect squares, right? If you observe, all the numbers written there are exactly one numbers less to the prime number, sorry, perfect squares, right? So here I can say that 1 square minus 1, 2 square minus 1, 3 square minus 1, 4 square minus 1, 5 square minus 1, 6 square minus 1. So our answer will be 7 square minus 1. 7 square is 49. 49 minus 1 is 48. Very good. Almost for this question, I got so many answers in the chat box. Nice. 48 is correct. Okay. Next one. Yeah, Divya posted, sir, another way is also there. Yes, one thing, remember guys, so for any particular question, it is not mandatory that you should only think in this particular way. There are so many patterns you will get, but make sure that if you follow any particular pattern, you will get the same answer. Okay, yes, exactly. Divya, even you will get different pattern also, different logic, but mostly you will get the same answer. Yeah, here exactly. Answer is, yeah, very good, guys. Plus 2, alternate numbers is plus 2, and remaining pattern is plus 3. Plus 2 and plus 3 is the pattern. Yes, very good. Yeah, exactly. Answer is 13. As I said, the pattern plus 2 and plus 3 is the pattern for all alternate numbers. Okay. Yes, guys, these are the basic things. Obviously, if you want to perfect in this topic, in the topic of coding and decoding, you should practice as many questions as possible so that you will understand different patterns here. So I have just only picked up the questions which were asked in previous year exams. Okay. And one more thing, yesterday I have seen so many students asking to discuss about the concept of number system, where we can easily expect a question. Okay, mostly majority of the times I have seen a question from LCM and HCF. Okay, from the concept of number system. Okay, so today I just wanted to give you a few shortcuts for finding LCM and HCF as well. And there are few questions. Okay, when I am seeing the questions from, okay, I think so it is on April 2023 slot of TCS NQT. I have seen a few questions which are asking from simplifications, okay, and some general questions from basic mathematical calculations. So I have taken a few questions even from the particular slot, okay, I mean 2023 TCS NQT. So I just wanted to discuss even those questions with you all. Okay, so without delay, so I hope you all got some clarity about this coding and decoding. So without delay, I just wanted to discuss about the number system, and in this particular number system, I have seen two questions asked from divisibility rules. Actually, there are so many concepts in number system. Okay, we used to discuss in CV Corp almost the complete concept for 5 to 6 days. It will take to complete, but we don't have that time. So, as I said, today is the last day for aptitude class, and tomorrow you'll be having a verbal class which will be covering all the topics of verbal, and the trainer will give you all the inputs, like even how to clear that section of verbal ability. So that's the reason, like I just wanted to discuss a few questions which are coming from general simplification and general calculations from LCM HCF, and there are few more things which needs to be discussed in the concept of number system. Obviously, in number system we have a concepts of divisibility rules, power cycles, remainder cycles, factors, multiples, LCM, HCF, and there are so many applications of LCM, HCF. There are so many things to be discussed in number system. But in this class, what I decided is, I just wanted to give you a few inputs regarding these divisibility rules and factors and multiples. I mean, I'll just give you some shortcuts for finding LCM and HCF. Majority of the students, okay, they might be having a clear idea about calculating LCM, but students will struggle a lot while calculating highest common factor, HCF. Today I will give you some wonderful tricks to calculate HCF, and there are few ways and there are few applications as well from the concept of LCM and HCF which were asked in the previous TCS exam. Those questions that we are going to discuss now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If time permits, I will just give you some simple ways and simple shortcuts, and I will talk about like simple interest and compound interest as well at the last. Yeah. Sindhu posted explain simple interest and compound interest. Okay. And there are few topics like even ratios, proportions, ages, and all. Yesterday, students are asking in the chat box, sir, please explain ratios and proportions. Problems on ages is the most important topic that you may expect minimum one question. Okay, so what I suggest, guys, actually we recorded complete concept videos and we uploaded it in the CV Corp YouTube channel. So that's the reason actually I didn't picked up to take these problems on ages and ratios and proportions. Anyhow, the videos are available in YouTube, so that like whenever you have free time, you just go through that channel and watch those videos. You will get complete knowledge on, and there are few shortcuts, wonderful shortcuts and option verification methods, like I have explained clearly in that particular channel. So these topics that you can observe from CV Corp YouTube channel. Okay, and there were so many topics. Okay, there were so many topics actually, even we have. Okay, but guys, hope you understood. We don't have much time to discuss. So actually, this entire syllabus that we are going to discuss here is almost for 3 months to complete all the topics. There will be major and important topics in aptitude. We have total 25 topics that we will discuss here for almost 3 months. So covering all these, even I just wanted to take all those, but we don't have much time. So even we need to cover verbal ability as well. So that's the reason I picked up the most important topics. So we'll see it later. So let's come to the point of number system. Okay. So as I said, okay, this is actually the same question asked, okay, in previous, I mean 2023 TCS NQT exam. So when it comes to the point of divisibility rules, you should have minimum knowledge, like let's say if any number, if you're checking whether it is divisible by 4 or not, so no need to check with entire number. We just need to check only the last two digits of the number. If last two digits is divisible by 4, then entire number is divisible by 4. So likewise, we have a few divisibility rules. Let's say this question. Okay. So a number 4, 5, 2, P, 3, 6. Okay, 4, 5, 2, P, 3, 6. is divisible by 36. Okay, if this number is divisible by 36, what can be the value of p square? What can be the value of p square? If you observe all the numbers in the given options are perfect squares. So whichever option, okay, so is exactly suitable in the place of p, so that it will be divisible by 36. So very simple logic. If any number wants to divisible by whether it is divisible by 36 or not, make sure that if that particular number is divisible by 9 and 4, 9 and 4, if that number is divisible by 9 as well as 4, then surely that number is divisible by 36. If it is divisible by 9 and 4, these two conditions should get satisfied. If it is divisible by 9 and divisible by 4, then definitely that number will be divisible by 36. Okay, so what is the divisibility rule of 4? So last two numbers, if last two numbers is divisible by 4, then entire number is divisible by 4. Now I can say that this 4 divisibility rule of 4 test is passed. Now what number I should check? 9. What is the divisibility rule of 9? So the divisibility rule of 9 is sum of numbers should be divisible by 9. Basically students will start adding all those numbers. So my point is very clear. So instead of adding all those numbers to check the sum is divisible by 9 or not, very simple logic I'll tell. So whenever you see 9 multiples, cancel all those 9 multiples. Okay, if all the numbers got cancelled, then it is exactly divisible by 9. Very simple. Out of all the numbers, whenever you see the sum as 9, eliminate those numbers. Let's say 4 and 5. What is 4 plus 5? 9, right? So if you see those kind of values, if the numbers gives you the sums 9, eliminate those numbers. So let's say 6 plus 3 is 9. Now what are the numbers left out? So if which value I should take in place of p, okay, that should be a multiple of 9, means very simple, p value should be 7, because 7 and 2 will gets cancelled, then that is exactly divisible by 9. So if p value is 7, they are not asking you to find what is the value of p, they are asking you to find what is the value of p square. So what will be the answer of p square? So 7 square is 49, that's it. So if any number wants to divisible by 36, so make sure that if that number is divisible by 9 and 4, then it is definitely divisible by 36. That for that you just need to understand. Yeah, for 36, should the number divisible by all factors of 36? No. No need to check all the factors. Okay, very simple logic. So instead of checking with all the factors, actually some students might be having a doubt. Okay, so sir, why you are checking with 9 and 4? Okay, even 36 we can write 12 into 3, right? 12 3s 36. Okay, why you are checking only with 9 and 4? There are so many ways to write 36. Okay, means very simple logic. Divisibility rules, if you don't know the logic here, remember this: divisibility rules are only applicable for co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means if the highest common factor for any numbers is 1, that numbers will be considered as co-prime numbers. Please do remember. So divisibility rules are only applicable for co-prime numbers. So what actually the meaning of co-prime numbers means? Co-prime numbers are where their highest common factor is 1. If the highest common factor is 1, we should consider those are co-primes. For those co-primes only divisibility rules are applicable. I hope you all are clear with this. Let's assume that if somebody asks you what's the divisibility rule of 72. Okay, if any number wants divisible by 72, dividing with 72 is difficult, right? So that we can say that, so if any number is divisible by 8 and 9, so definitely that number will be divisible by 72. I hope you all are clear with this. Let's move on to the next one. Even this is a question asked in yes 2023 TCS NQT. This is basic simplification question. You can try this. Guys, is it audible now? Yeah, 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 done. Yeah, yeah, I'll explain. Okay, actually batteries in the mic got down, so I changed the batteries. Okay, now let's say, I hope you all are clear with these particular conversions, right? So just we'll try to cancel the values. Okay, there are few values that will get cancelled. 7 and 7 will get cancelled. So 3 and 3 will get cancelled. And here also 5 will get cancelled. 3 2 times is 6. Here in the numerator we have 6. So finally, right hand side all the values got cancelled except we have the value of x. So I can write x is equals to, here all the values got cancelled except this 5 in the numerator and 4 in the denominator. So I can say that the value of x is 5 by 4. So answer is option D, 5 by 4. I hope you all are clear with this question. Now let's go with the next question, which was asked in the exactly previous thesis NQT. Okay, can you try this question? Yeah, for that, I think so. These formulas that you might have learned in your 10th class or intermediate, right? So you should remember the formulas. What is a plus b plus c whole square? So before going for TCS NQT, so you just make sure that you brush up all the formulas of these types. Okay, only we all are familiar with only one single formula, a plus b whole square, right? So make sure that even a plus b plus c whole square and a plus b plus c whole cube, mostly these two formulas. Okay, try to remember these two formulas before going for an exam. Sometimes you may get questions like this. So if you want, I'll help you out writing formulas if you want. Okay, because I'm not so sure how many of you remember these formulas. Maybe students might be searching in Google. Okay, don't worry. I'll just help you writing the formulas. At least after using these formulas, give me that answer, correct answer. Okay, a plus b plus c whole square formula is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 into ab plus bc plus ca. This is the formula for a plus b plus c whole square. And I will help you out even writing formula for a cube plus b cube plus c cube. Okay, formula for this is a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca plus 3abc. Okay, I have written clearly the formulas for these two. Okay, you just need to find the ratio of a plus b plus c whole square is to a cube plus b cube plus c cube. You just need to find the values of these two. That's it. Okay, already formulas I have written on the board. Okay, you just need to substitute the values and tell me the answer. Okay, guys, definitely, okay, make sure that, okay, make a note. Okay, so these two formulas are most important. Mostly, see here, a plus b plus c whole square and a plus b plus c whole cube. These two formulas that you need to remember. It might help. I'm not so sure you will get the same kind of question in the exam, but make sure that you remember the formulas. Okay, let's try to put up the values in the formulas. Let's say a plus b plus c whole square means a square plus b square plus c square. What's the value of a square plus b square plus c square? 138. Now I can write a plus b plus c whole square is equals to 138 plus 2 into a plus b plus c, sorry, ab plus bc plus ca is 131. Okay, so 138 into here 260, 138 plus 262. Okay, which is equals to 400. Let me write it here. So which is equals to 400. Now I got to know that a plus b plus c whole square is 400. Can I write it here? 400 is to 400 is to, now you need to calculate a cube plus b cube plus c cube. Now already formula I have written here, a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equals to a plus b plus c. Is there any value given a plus b plus c in the question? No. So students might be getting confused like, sir, we have actually value. Okay, let me write it here. Okay, a square plus b square plus c square is 138 minus, if I'll take minus common, can I write ab plus bc plus ca? So that will be 131 plus 3 into ABC value is given as 280 in the question. Now here the most interesting part is A plus B plus C. From where we will get that A plus B plus C? So already we find it out. A plus B plus C whole square value, we got it as 400. Then obviously A plus B plus C value is under root of 400. So can I consider A plus B plus C as 20? Okay, so 20. Now if you observe, this will be 138 minus 131 is 7. 720 times is 140 plus 3 280 times 203 times is 600. 683 times is 240. 600 plus 240 is 840. So 140 plus 840 is 980. So I got it as a cube plus b cube plus c cube is 980. So these two ratios they are asking. So if you observe, 0 0 will get cancelled. 220 times 249 times. Obviously 20 and 49 will not get cancelled. So answer is 20 is to 49. This is the exact question asked in the slot of April 2023 TCS NQT. So I hope you all are clear with this. Here the main thing is you just need to remember these two formulas. If you know these formulas, then only you can able to solve this question. Otherwise, you should skip the question. Okay, that's the reason. Make sure that at least brushing up these formulas, and sometimes they may give you even you might have learned in intermediate like trigonometric values, right? Like sine, cos, tan. Sometimes they may give questions even from trigonometry as well. So make sure that at least basic formulas that you should remember before going for TCS NQT. That is my suggestion. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Can you try to solve this question? This question is very easy. If A greater than B, A plus B is 12, AB is 35. What is the value of A cube minus B square? Definitely from number system, I mean from simplification, you will get minimum 2 questions in TCS NQT. Minimum 2 questions you can expect from simplification. Almost every slot which I observed in the last year and last before that. So I'm expecting minimum 1 to 2 questions. Okay. Here they are asking you to find A cube minus B square. Okay, and the values given as A plus B is 12, AB is 35. Yeah, exactly. Kendu posted the values of A and B. Okay, so if you observe, if AB value is 35, if you want to find individual value of 35, what can be the factors that you can divide 35? 5 into 7. Is there any other possible way to divide 35? No, right? Either 7 into 5 or 5 into 7. Now they clearly mention that A should be greater than B. Then I can say that A is 7, B is 5. A is 7, B is 5. Now 7 plus 5 is 12. 7 into 5 is 35. So exactly the values are getting matched. Now I can say that A value is 7, B value is 5. So 7 plus 5 is 12, 7 into 5 is 35. Now the values are getting matched. So I can easily find what is the value of 7 cube minus 5 square. 7 cube value is 343 minus 25. What is 343 minus 25? So that is your final answer. That's it. Here you just need to identify value of A and value of B. Yes, exactly. Now I'm getting answers in the chat box. So answer is 318. So 343 minus 25. Exactly. Now let's move on to the next one. Can you try this question? Yeah, exactly. If you observe here, 27 and 81. Okay, here 27 you can write it as 3 cube whole power x plus 2 is equals to 81 you can write it as 3 power 4 whole power 2x minus 6. Okay, now this will be considered as, of course, 3 power 3 whole power x plus 2 means I can multiply those values. 3x plus 6 is equals to 3 power 8x minus 4 6 24. Okay, so I have written in the format where I'm just making the bases equal, right? So here 3 and 3 are equal. So if bases are equal, how hope you might have heard the word, okay, mostly in the 9th class or 10th standard, if the bases are same, I can equate the powers, right? So here 3x plus 6 is equals to 8x minus 24. So if I'll take that 3x from the left hand side to the right hand side, it will be 5x. So 24, it will go to the left hand side. 24 plus 6 is 30. Now the x value is 6. They are not asking us to find what's the value of x. If you observe, what is the value of 3x minus 5? So 3 into 6 minus 5. So 3, 6, 18. 18 minus 5 is 13. Only thing, you just need to know how to convert these powers. Okay, 27 and 81. For sure, when they are giving some values, there should be a connection between the numbers that you should identify in the exam. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, likewise we have a few questions. Okay, even in the PPT, I'll just share you those questions after the class. Okay, a few questions which were there. So let's move on to, okay, LCM and HCF. So I'll just tell you the brief thing. As I said already, to discuss this entire number system concept, it will take 5 to 6 days, almost more than 6 to 7 hours it will take to complete number system. So we don't have much time to discuss, so I'll just give you direct shortcuts for LCM and HCF. So when you are calculating LCM, most of the students are much familiar with the concept of LCM, right? So I'll just give you a simple way to understand LCM concept. So LCM means least common multiple. Okay, let's consider an example 10. Okay, let's say let's go with the small examples 4 comma 6. What basically students will do while calculating LCM is, they will just draw one line. 2 times is 4, 2 3 times is 6, and they will draw 2 one time and 3, and next 3 1 comma 1. After getting this, what they will do is they will multiply. LCM is equals to 2 into 2 into 3. So no need to do all these methods. Okay, we can directly say answer of any values. Okay, how? What is the process? Very simple. Always do remember, already I said it in the class of time and work. So LCM for any numbers, when you are calculating, LCM should be highest number in the list or the multiple of those highest number. Okay, here let's say LCM is, okay, highest number in the list. What is the highest number of 4 and 6? 4 and 6, highest number is 6. But whether it is highest number or multiple of highest number, how to check is, here highest number is 6. If 6 is divisible by 4, okay, is that exactly divisible by 4? No, 6 is not exactly divisible by 4. Okay, so then 6 is not our LCM. If highest number is not our LCM, you should check with multiple of highest number. What is 6 2 times? 12. Now you should check with 12. Now 12 is exactly divisible by 4, then this will be your least common multiple. So that will be your answer. Let's take one more example. I'm taking 6 comma 8. When I'm calculating LCM for 6 comma 8, what will be the highest number in the list? 8. Is that 8 exactly divisible by 6? No. So you should check with next multiple of 8. So 8 2 times is 16. Is 16 divisible by 6? No. So 16 is not divisible by 6. Next, 8 3 times is 24. Now you should check with 24. Likewise, keep on checking with the highest number multiple. So 24 is exactly divisible by 6. So answer is 24. Even if you have more than 2 numbers, let's take an example 10, 15, 20. What is the LCM of 10, 15 and 20? What is the highest number in the list? 20. Now is that 20 LCM or 20 multiple? So we should check. So 20 is exactly divisible by 10 and 15. 20 is exactly divisible by 10 but not 15. So when you want to say that the 20 is LCM, it should be divisible by all the numbers in the list. So 20 is not divisible by 15. So what is the process? Next multiple of 20. So what is the next multiple of 20? 40, right? So 40 is divisible by 10 but not with 15. So what we should check with? 60. Now 60 is divisible by 10 and 15 both. So answer is 60. So very simple logic for finding LCM. So you should check with highest number or highest number multiple. So definitely your answer will be highest number or multiple of highest number. Now let's coming to the point of highest common factor. There are few ways to calculate highest common factor, HCF. This is very, very important. Majority of the students will get confused to calculate highest common factor. Let's take an example of the first question. Okay, let's say 12 comma 14. I want highest common factor of these numbers. So what basically students will do is, one of the approach they will do, they will write the factors. What are factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. What actually the factors is, the numbers which are exactly divisible are called factors. That's it. Okay, so these are the factors of 12. Always factors when you are writing starts with 1, ends with the same number. Now let's say, what are the factors of 14? 1, 2, 14 is divisible by 2. Next 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7. 14 is divisible by 7. Next last number will be 14. Now if they are asking us to find highest common factor of 12 and 14, we have few common factors. 1, 2. Is there any common? No. So only two numbers which are common, but we want highest common factor. So what is highest out of 1 and 2? 2. So I can say that the highest common factor of 12 and 14 is 2. Okay. So rather than doing these numbers, if you keep on writing factors for all the numbers, it will take a lot of time in the exam. So I will tell you the simple way to calculate highest common factor. Listen carefully. For any numbers, I will explain with all these values. Let's say if you are calculating highest common factor of 12 and 14, no need to write all the factors. You just take the difference between these numbers. What's the difference between 12 and 14? It is 2. Now check whether the given numbers are exactly divisible by the difference or not. Here 12 and 14 is perfectly divisible by the difference, right? So if it is exactly divisible by the difference, that difference will be considered as highest common factor. Okay, very simple logic, that if the given numbers are exactly divisible by the difference, that difference will be considered as highest common factor. Now students might be thinking, sir, what if the given numbers might not divisible by the difference? Then what we should do? Very simple. That's the reason I have taken the second example. Now what's the second example here? 50 and 70. Now what you need to do is, as I said, take the difference. What's the difference between 50 and 70? 20, right? 50 and 70 is 20. Now is these two numbers is exactly divisible by 20? No. So when the given numbers are not exactly divisible by the difference, okay, so the difference will not be considered as highest common factor. If it is divisible, then that would be considered as highest common factor. What if it is not divisible? Very simple. 20 is the difference, right? When these two numbers are not divisible by 20, so what are the factors for 20 actually? Okay, 10, 20. These are the factors for 20. The numbers are not divisible by 20. So then you should check with 10. Okay, before that 20, whichever the factor we have. So 20 factors are 20, and if 20 is not getting satisfied, check with 10. Now if the given numbers are divisible by 10, yes, of course these are divisible by 10, so 10 is the highest common factor. What if the given numbers are not divisible by 10? So you should check with the previous number. Again, not go with the previous one, and keep on going, and at last if any numbers are not divisible by those factors, so last one will be 1. So obviously the highest common factor will be 1. Okay, so likewise we have to calculate. Let's say an example. Okay, next question. What will be the difference here? 4, right? The difference is 4. Is these two numbers divisible by 4? No. When it is not divisible by 4, what I said, write the factors for 4. 1, 2, 4. That's it. If it is not divisible by 4, check with 2. Okay. Now these numbers are divisible by 2. Yes, it is divisible by 2. So the highest common factor is 2. That's it. Okay. Now the interesting part is, when we have more than 2 numbers, what we should do? So here when we have 2 numbers, we have a single difference. If we have more than 2 numbers, we will get so many differences. Let's say first number, second number, you will get one difference. Second number and third number, you will get one difference. And first number, last number, you will get one difference. So out of all the numbers, which differences we should consider? Very simple logic. In between two numbers, Okay, where you can observe the least difference, that will be considered. Okay, let's say an example. 4 and 16, the difference will be 12, right? 16 and 22, the difference will be 6. And 4 and 22, the difference is 18. So the least difference I can observe here is only 6. Is there any other difference that you can observe less than 6? No. So that's the reason I am considering the least difference. Now, what the process is same. You should check all the numbers are divisible by 6 or not. Okay, all the numbers are not divisible by 6. So what are the factors for 6 actually? 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 not divisible, check with 3. All these numbers are divisible by 3? No. So if it is not divisible by 3, then go with the previous factor. So 2. Now, is that all numbers are divisible by 2? Yes. So highest common factor is 2. Very simple. You just need to check whether these numbers are divisible by the least difference or not. Now, out of all the numbers here, whatever we have, so the least difference I can observe here is 5. Okay, in between 15 and 20. Okay, the least difference is 5. Is all numbers, okay, that you are seeing on the screen are divisible by 5? Yes, exactly. So if it is divisible, no need to go with the previous factor. So answer is 5. Okay, next, what will be the, can you post answer for this question in the chat box? What will be the highest common factor? Yes, you can take the least difference. Yeah, exactly. Here the least difference you can see is 2. If we have 2, all those numbers are not divisible by 2 because here we have an odd number. So if it is not 2, what are the factors of 2? 1 and 2. If it is not 2, obviously the highest common factor is 1. Exactly. I hope you understood the logic of this. Yeah. Finding highest common factor. Okay. Okay. So remember this particular logic. This might help you in the exam. Now, let's go with a few applications of LCM and HCF. Okay, there are few applications of LCM and HCF we have. Yeah, exactly. Now, this is one of the application that have given in previous exam. Okay, let's go with the question. The LCM of two numbers, the LCM of two numbers is 2078 and their HCF is 27. If one of these numbers is 189, find the second number. So here they're talking about two numbers. Okay, we don't know those two numbers. We know only that one particular number. I'm just assuming it as, let's say, those two numbers are x comma y. Those two numbers are x comma y. Okay. Now, we have a rule in LCM and HCF. Product of LCM and HCF is equals to product of two numbers, and mostly they will give you two numbers here. Okay, and they will give you the relation like this. Product of LCM and HCF is equals to the product of two numbers. Okay, if you are not known about this particular formula, please make a note. This is very, very important and one of the best application in LCM and HCF. Okay, so let's say, yes, already I got here few answers. Somebody posted 216 and 297. Okay. Okay, let's say here product of LCM and HCF. What is the LCM of two numbers? 2079 into what is the HCF value? 27 is equals to product of two numbers. Product of two numbers means x into y, right? But here we already know that out of two numbers, one of these numbers is 189. So already we know the value of 189. So here already we know x is equals to 189. One number is given, either it can be x or y, whatever it is. So they are asking you to find the value of y. Okay, now here I'm not so sure how many of you multiplied by using calculators and all, but you will be given a basic calculator on the screen while attempting TCS NQT exam. Okay, so if you have a calculator, you can use a calculator. But at the worst case, what if you don't have a calculator? Okay, so I'm just telling you the worst case. If you have a calculator, you can easily take those values in the calculator. You will get answer easily without any struggle. Okay, but I will tell you the best method. Okay, even if you don't have calculator at the worst case, so how to solve this question without doing all these multiplication calculations and all. See, listen carefully here. Now, if I multiply these two values, I will get one answer. I don't want those entire answer. I'm just cross checking with units place. Okay, what is the units place of this number 9? What is the units place of this number 7? What is 7 into 9? 7 nines is 63, right? 7 9 63. That number ending with 3. And I'm 100% sure if I multiply these two numbers, I'm not so sure what will be the entire answer. Okay, but I make sure that okay, the units place will be 3, right? If I multiply these two numbers, because 9 7s is 63 ending with 3. Now if I follow the same procedure, even if this should be equal, so even this answer should also ends with 3. I got to know that it is 3, right? Now this number ends with 9. Which value of y in the units place multiply with 9 to give the value in the result 3? So if I consider the value of y is option A. Option A is 297. If I consider 297, I don't want entire number. I want only units place of this y. So what is 7 9s 63? So here 3 is getting matched. So my answer can be option A. I need to check with option B also. Sometimes multiple options will get satisfied. So listen carefully. So 584. If I'll take units place of 584 is 4. So 9 4s is 36 ending with 6. It is not getting matched. So option B is wrong. Next 9. So 9 into 9. 9 9s is 81 ending with 1. But here answer should be ends with 3. So even this answer is also wrong. Next here 6. Okay, so 9 6 54. So answer should ends with 4, but actually here answer is ending with 3. So even this answer is also wrong. Just checking with units place, you can just eliminate all the options, okay, within as much less time as possible. Okay, so I hope you all are clear with this particular logic. So no need to multiply, no need to struggle with all the calculations in the exam. Yes, of course. Okay, there are so many questions running in students' minds. Sir, what if two options will gives you the same units place? Okay, might be the question running in your mind. So I'll just tell you even separate logic, special shortcut for that. Okay, so up to this question, I hope you all are clear with this. Now let's go with the next question. Okay, we have one more question on this particular logic. I hope you all are clear with this. Now let's try to solve this particular question. Okay, the same logic here. LCM into HCF is equals to product of two numbers, correct? So this is a rule. So you just need to remember this. So LCM and HCF is 11, LCM is 7700, okay, is equals to, if one of the numbers is 275, then the other number is what is the question. Okay, so if you observe, obviously when I'm equating or balancing the values, okay, so 1 into 0 units place I'm cross checking. 1 into 0 is 0. So definitely my answer should ends with 0, right? My answer should ends with 0. Now let's say here we have 5 should multiply with any of the even number will gives you 0 in the units place, right? Now you just need to check which value of y in the y, so which units place is having, okay, the even number. So this is not at all possible because the units place is odd number, because 5 multiplied with odd number will always ends with 5. Okay, 5 multiplied with any even number, only it will gives you answer 0, right? Now here 5 multiplied with 3 will gives you 5, but here what is the logic we need to get? 0, right? Units place should be 0. Now 5 multiplied with even number, this 5 8 times is 40, ends with 0. Okay, so this might be our answer. Now again if you observe, even this also ends with 8, even 5 multiplied with 8 always ends with 0. So this can be also my answer. So at the worst case, without doing any calculation, if you know this particular pattern, we eliminated two options. So probability of selecting correct answer out of these two is high. But if you wanted to make it that probability 100%, so if this is not going to work, here we have two options getting satisfied while checking units place. Now let me give you one more best shortcut. If in case, or the worst case, if you will get two options will get satisfied. Very simple logic. So now we are using alternate shortcut, okay, which is nothing but, I hope you might have heard about the word called digital sum. Okay, digital sum. Now what actually the digital sum is, you just need to add the values of all the numbers in the this particular number. Let's say 7 plus 7 plus 0 plus 0. What is all the numbers if I add? 7 plus 7 is 14. Now actually value is 14, but digital sum means you should get you should add all the numbers until you will get a single digit. So 1 plus 4 again 5, right? This is what actually. Now here 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so here we can say, we can write directly here 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 means 5. 5 into 1 plus 1 is 2. 5 into 2 is 10. 10 means 1. So here digital sum is 1 plus 0, 1. Now even here also you just need to observe the digital sum. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 2, 14. 14 means 5. Digital sum is 5. 5 multiplied with, now cross check with the options. If I consider, okay, 308 here, 308. What is the digital sum of this? 11. So 11 means 1 plus 1, 2. So 5 into 2 is 10. 10 means 1. So digital sum is getting matched. So my answer will be this. And if you want, you can cross check with 318. Okay, let's say 318. Now if I consider this 318, so here it will be 11. Sorry, 11 plus 1, 12. 12 means 3. 5 3 is 15. 15 means digital sum is 6. Here we got a digital sum 1. Here we are getting digital sum is 6. So I can say that answer is not 318. So answer is 308. So first condition checking units place, and second condition checking digital sum method. If units place is not going to work, I mean if it is satisfying for multiple options, you can check with digital sum method as well. These two are the best shortcuts. And students might be having some other question. What if even in digital sum, okay, two options will get satisfied? Then you will be having a calculator on the screen. Okay, do that calculations with using calculator. Okay, in the TCS NQT exam. Okay, I hope mostly if you apply these two methods, maximum 95% you will get a single option at the last by filtration of after these two shortcuts. Okay, definitely you will get an option. Okay, I hope you all are clear with this. Likewise, like you will be having so many concepts that to be discussed in number system. Let's say power cycle, reminder cycles, and factors, multiples, number of factors, sum of factors. There are so many things to be discussed. But as I said, okay, these are the most frequent questions that I have observed in the last previous year's TCS NQT. So that's the reason I have discussed these questions. Yeah, that's it, guys, for today. I hope you enjoyed all the sessions of TCS NQT series. Okay, and I hope and I believe that you guys gained some knowledge at least from these particular sessions. So as I said, okay, from today, okay, even from tomorrow, like you will be having regarding this programming part DSA class as well as verbal session as well. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be having 2 hours of complete verbal session which will be covering, okay, almost all the concepts which will be given in TCS NQT, like let's say synonyms, antonyms. There will be some strategies of reading comprehension, so jumblings, parajumbles, and spotting a error in statement. Okay, we will be having a few things to be discussed regarding this verbal part. Okay, so yes, we don't have, yes, they'll not give you for 3 different values. Don't worry about that. So this will be only work for 2 values. Okay, yes, guys, that's it for today. Okay, thank you all. Okay, and I wish you all the best for your TCS NQT exam. The people who missed out like previous classes, please go through YouTube channel and watch all the videos which we discussed in this TCS NQT series. And whatever time I have, so mostly I think so I have covered a few topics that might help you in TCS NQT exam. And regarding this, yes, and don't leave the class. Okay, you will be having DSA class. Yeah. Yeah. We will be assigning you the mock test. Okay, already one mock test assigned already. So we will assign you the mock test one more, so you can practice the test. Okay, and just now we got an update regarding this TCS NQT. A few students got an admit cards on 15th. I mean this Saturday. If you have not checked, please go through your TCS and portal and cross check whether you have got your admit cards or not. Okay, so these days, like I mean next upcoming days, from tomorrow, please keep on checking your TCS and portal. Might be they are releasing admit cards slowly. So already few students got their admit cards on Saturdays for Saturday's exam.